In today's Leeds news, Archie Gray new deal, fullbacks still a priority, and Ben Davies linked. Morning folks, Ger here on the 17th of January with your Leeds United news. There's very, very little on the ground floating around. Also, if you hear any loud banging, drilling, general noise, the last day of the work in the house, so I will try and get through this and clean the audio up afterwards if I can. So if you can't hear it, that worked. If you can't hear it, sorry. We'll get through this as quick as we can. It will be a short video. We'll start off with a couple of little things just to announce, and first things first is a happy birthday to Eddie Gray, who turns 76 today. Leeds United legend and a fantastic human being, so congratulations on your birthday, Eddie, and have a fantastic day. Also worth saying happy retirement to Robert Snodgrass, who yesterday announced his retirement from football. Snodgrass clocked up 41 goals and 40 assists. A fantastic servant for Leeds United during his time in the darker days of Leeds United's League One and Championship time. So congratulations to Robert Snodgrass on a fantastic career, and enjoy your retirement, Rob. Enjoy your retirement, Rob. Alright, moving on, let's talk about Archie Gray. Last night, Leeds United announced that Archie Gray had signed a new deal with the club. Gray did sign his first ever professional contract last season with Leeds United at the age of 17, but could only sign a short-term deal due to his age. Now he has signed another new deal which ties his long-term future, according to Leeds United, down to Leeds. What this does do, it doesn't keep the Wolves away from the door, but it will stave off interest for now in the player, with Crystal Palace and Liverpool being very interested. What the deal also does is put Leeds very much in the driver's seat when it comes to selling the player or not selling the player, or a fee that they would like to charge for the player, should that come down the road. Archie's had a fantastic season, is definitely one of the players that Daniel Farke trusts, playing very well at right back with the odd hiccup here and there. Would you expect that from a 17-year-old, and being very, very good in midfield when he has played there as well. He's a player that has had a really, really good season. What is a debut season for a 17-year-old? Been really, really good. So it's great to get that sorted, locked down, and we can move out of January, hopefully not worrying about anyone coming in on a sneaky bid to try and pull Archie away from the club. Moving on, this is kind of a longer read from Phil Hay today around fullbacks, and he's basically stating that Leeds United still prioritising fullbacks in this January transfer window. Phil Hay, writing the Athletic today, said that Leeds are still prioritising a fullback or fullbacks in this window, but also states that Daniel Farke won't be rushed into decisions. Leeds' plan is similar to that of the summer, with patience being the manner of approach, and Leeds have identified the targets and will be willing to wait for those targets to get the deal or the players that they want closer to the end of the window. Leeds won't be moving into panic buys. Farke has said that he's optimistic that by the 1st of February, Leeds United will have the targets that they're interested in, but that he admitted that January is a difficult window. Farke has also said to be a long-term admirer of a couple of players, but we'll get into this and we'll talk about the players that have been linked with Leeds. Farke is said to be a long-term admirer of Nottingham Forest's Neco Williams, who looked at during the summer, but looked by all intents and purposes up until the sacking of Steve Cooper that Leeds could get a deal done for Neco Williams. Now, unfortunately, with Nuno Espirito Santo in there, he is a player that he has used in each of his games that he's been available for so far. Nuno Espirito Santo has also been explicit that the 22-year-old is not available to leave in this window, as he wants the player, and with the potential of a 10-point reduction coming on the back of the financial fair play case against him, he will not be letting players leave that will help them to try and keep their Premier League status into next season. Leeds have also been linked with a ton of other fullbacks so far in this window. West Ham's Ben Johnson has been linked. However, that looks like it could be a trickier deal to do. Burnley's Connor Roberts has been linked. Liverpool's Connor Bradley has been linked as well. And more recently, Luton Town's Ryan Giles, which Daniel Farke refused to comment on when asked about it in the press conference last week. And Rangers' Borna Barisic has also been linked as well, although that one seems to have gone away a little bit. Leeds, there's now some speculation that Leeds might be now interested in Tottenham Hotspur's Ben Davies, and I'll have a little bit more for you on that in a second. In the Athletic article, Phil basically points out that Farke wants to have 4 clear centre-backs in the squad. Now, it's not sure if one of those in those positions is Ethan Ampadu, or if he's classing Ethan Ampadu as one of those centre-backs, which means that if Charlie Creswell does leave, he may look to bring in a 4th centre-back, or if it's a case that he does classify Ethan Ampadu as one of those centre-backs, then he should be okay, and Leeds might look for a midfield option instead. But I think you could be now looking, with the likes of Jorginho Rutter proving a very good number 10 for us at the moment, Leeds may now just focus on the right back and left back situation instead. Moving on, let's talk about the player that has been linked in the last story today, and that's Ben Davies. Phil has claimed that Leeds have a speculative interest in Tottenham Hotspur's fullback Ben Davies. Davies may be available if Spurs do strengthen their defence further in this transfer window, with some rumours that they are looking at their full back positions as well. Davis is also on £100,000 per week, which would be very difficult for Leeds to manage with the profit and sustainability rules in the Championship, unless Spurs would handle the bulk of his wage demands. It would be interesting to see what the split on that would look like. Farkas spoke after the Cardiff game saying that he would like Leeds to still maintain an ambitious approach in certain positions. Somebody like Ben Davis coming into the Championship in a fullback position would be seen as a very ambitious signing as well. So maybe there's something in that. There have been other players linked this morning as well. Ryan Sessegnon, there's some rumours going on with Ryan Sessegnon, but I'm not covering that because there really isn't anything concrete on the Ryan Sessegnon. I think it started off with somebody on Twitter saying Leeds should sign Ryan Sessegnon. It's kind of gathered its own legs. Currently, right now, there's nothing concrete in that. That might change over the next couple of days. There are 15 days left in the transfer window. We're halfway there, and expect Leeds to make moves late in this window now by all accounts. And saying that, they'll probably go and sign somebody now in the next 25 minutes before this video goes out. But that's pretty much what it is for today. There's very, very little on the ground. It's great news to sign and get Archie tied down for now anyway. And then we have to keep seeing what the situation is around the fullback positions. With the weekend coming up, it could be a position where Archie Gray will have to go up against Preston's Liam Miller, who he didn't have a fantastic day against the last time Leeds played Preston just after Christmas. So Leeds may move him out of there. They might put Sam Byram in that position, but it would also be a good opportunity if Archie Gray has grown since that position, what he learned from that last time out against Miller. So it'll be interesting to see what Leeds do there. Could Archie Gray with midfield, Leeds do stay at the back, and then will Sam Byram going to right back, Junior Firpo left back, and give them more balance there as well. Again, things we'd have to wait and see. That's pretty much it, folks. I won't hang on today. If anything else does happen today, I might come back this evening with another live stream around that. But for now, that's going to be it. I'll be back tomorrow morning with more Leeds news. Have a cracking day, and I'll talk to you then. See you. Bye.